I think that speaks to the heart of what you told me your superpower is,
Oh yeah.
which is connecting and
Yeah.
connection, which flows right into our theme for this month, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it sounds like you knew your superpower from a very young age.
Well, here's what I would say. People would say to me things like, "Oh my God, who don't you know?" Or they would say, how is it that you know all these different things?" But I'm always studying, right? I am the eternal learner. Like, I just think that there's so much wisdom out there to be gleaned and then to take that in and harness it as your own. And I also feel like when you're dealing with other people, as it relates to connection specifically, as far back as I can remember, I've always been that person who thought about, like, I'll take the houses that we're in. I'm the person who's thinking about who's the person that, chopped down the trees, developed the land, built the roads and the infrastructure. All of those people take a part in the very house that we live in, whether it's the electricity, the water, the gas, etc. There's like hundreds of people involved in what looks like a house. But sometimes we take things for granted and we don't realize that every single role is important, from the person who dug the ditch to the person who's the, world's most renowned home builder. I think that we forget our connection to each other. And I'm always thinking about connection, always. I'm thinking about what connects people, what connects ideas. This is just something, I'm consumed with it. And so a friend, I didn't know it was my superpower, a really fabulous woman named Debbie Allen, we were talking and she's a speaker, and she said, girl, connection is your superpower. And I was like, I guess it is. I just laughed, right? But then if I go back to like all the assessments I've ever taken, like the Strength Finder, connection is number one. So yes, I knew that it was like, it's something that I'm good at, but I just think that if we just like took a moment to be grateful, you would realize that there are more hands in the building of your life than you realize, and just to be more appreciative of each other's gifts. I think we have a tendency in this society, whether it's class or caste or like whatever way you want to look at that, we kind of look at people through these lenses and we don't realize that every single person fits a piece of the puzzle. And we just need to be a little bit more humble and a lot more grateful. And yeah, and that's not from a preachy way, just something that I observe in my own life, right? Just to be thankful, because you don't know. Like, I tell one of the jokes I like to make with people, you guys talk about the garbage, the people who are sanitation workers, but if they quit, you would need those people. You'd be crying and begging and screaming for those people to return, right? Because who wants to deal with rats and, other bugs? I don't like the creepy crawly things. And so we have to just kind of be a little bit more humble and stop looking at people through the lens of less than, greater than,
Yeah.
and more so of how we all are contributing to the greater good.